بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Welcome to this new project, these gatherings that we will have inshallah, going through this book مجالس شهر رمضان by Ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah. Now this is not a lesson that I'll be teaching or anything like that. Rather, if you first understand the objective behind it, then inshallah everything else will make a lot more sense. The objective behind it is that there are many students that have been studying books on Arabic grammar, morphology, studying Arabic language itself. Okay, maybe it's the Medina book series, the Arabiya to Benedict series, whatever series it may be. But they're stuck on those and they're still not able to listen directly from the ulama or read the books of the ulama. There's that gap in between. And one of the ways of bridging that gap is to push yourself to actually read um, books of the ulama and listen to the ulama and so on. So inshallah, we will go through this book, Majalis wa Shahr Ramadan. And Ramadan is only, well, right now the way I'm recording it, it's only about five days away. So Allahumma balighna Ramadan. And the reason we've chosen this book, I mean, there's another book as well. If I just go here, this is Majalis Shahr Ramadan. This is by Shaykh Salih Fawzan. So it's another book if you want to read, but we've chosen Ibn Uthaymeen for now, and then maybe next time we can do Shaykh Fawzan. So one reason we've chosen this is because it's to do with Ramadan and Ramadan's coming up. So it's going to motivate us. Just the context of the book itself will motivate us. It'll benefit us in Ramadan, allow us to benefit more from Ramadan, and so on. Secondly, both Shaykh Fawzan and Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen, the Arabic is easy compared to others. So it's a good stepping stone to start off with in your journey of mastering the Arabic language. Thirdly, inshallah, if you are able to do these lessons daily, then by the end of Ramadan, in 1 month, you will have finished a full book written by a scholar. Fourthly, the books itself aren't long. The chapters itself aren't actually long. So if I just go towards the end, okay, and this inshallah, you'll understand what the book is about. So the book, as you can see, the Muqaddimah, which is the intro, page 5 and page 7, the first Majlis starts. And there are 30, by the way. So one for every day of Ramadan. So the first one, في فضل شهر Ramadan, the virtues of Ramadan, في فضل الصيام, the virtues of fasting, the ruling of fasting Ramadan, the ruling of standing in the night of Ramadan, regarding the virtues of reciting the Quran and its different types, and different types of people in fasting, and so on. And he moves on to other things, talks a bit about zakah, the virtues of the last 10 nights, and so on. Okay, there are 30 in total. So these are all, as you can see, between the each dars, you can see like 7 to 13. What's that? 6 pages. So each lesson is like 6-7 pages. So let's just say 7, approximately 7 pages. But I think somewhere 8. So 25 to 33. Okay, that's 8. But that's not too long. What I want to mention is that this is a stepping stone, and the condition is that, like I said, I'm not going to teach. So these are for those who have studied Arabic, like I mentioned in the beginning. They have a foundation, but they just can't get past that bridge. So if you study, for example, just Medina book 1, I think it'll be really difficult for you to read this book, because I'm not going to stop at every word. Whereas if you do Medina book 2, then maybe, okay? If you have done Medina book 1 and you're still really eager to do this, then see how you find it in the first few lessons. Obviously, I'm teaching Medina book 2 at the moment, so if you're from my students there and you've come here now, then to see how it is. And if you find it really difficult, then leave it, because we're focusing on our stage, our level in our lessons. And then you can come back to these later, bi'idhnillah. And I was going to send a voice note, just going through this every day, but I've decided that I'll just make it a video, just in case, because it's the first time I'm doing something like this. So if it works out to be successful, inshallah, then I'll even upload it onto YouTube, bi'idhnillah. And I have a lot of plans to do something similar like this, to go through a number of books of Ibn Uthaymeen and a number of books of Shaykh Salih Al-Fawzan, hafidhahullah. What am I going to do in these lessons? So I'm just going to go through it. I'll read the text, inshallah. And I won't necessarily translate every single thing word for word, because like I said, I'm not teaching total beginners, okay? I'm just here to facilitate and to make it easier for you. You will have to do some hard work. You will have to sit down and translate. You will have to sit down with a dictionary and translate words. And I was at the same stage where I would sit for an hour just trying to translate half a page. Okay, just half a page just with a dictionary. But you slowly, you work on that. And if you're consistent, then you'll see the fruits of it in the long run. Might not be the same year, maybe 2 years later, but you'll find eventually you are able to read directly the books of the ulama, listen to the ulama, even if, alhamdulillah, now with technology, even if you're not sat in front of the ulama, then at least you can listen to the recordings and you can benefit from them. How long is each lesson going to be? So it's not going to be long. So the way it's going to happen, there's no particular time for each lesson. What I'll do, I'll record one lesson every day, so one chapter, one majlis, and I'll try to keep it 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and you guys can use that to help you in your reading of the text. And if there are any questions, then what is going to happen, this recording will be sent into the Telegram group and maybe the WhatsApp group as well, if the video can be sent. And on the condition is after you've listened to the video, then you can ask questions. So you read it yourself, work hard with the dictionary, etc. Then you can use my recording as help. And then if you still got any questions, then you can ask and we can, uh, I can try answer and help you in that. Because there's two types of learning. There's a teacher-led learning and um, there's a student-led learning. The teacher-led learning, or sometimes they call it teacher-centered, is that where the teacher just explains everything, okay, and you just listen to the teacher, and whatever the teacher says, you take it, and that's fine. That has its place, especially for beginners and so on. But if you want to read the books of the ulama and you at that higher stage, you need to be able to think for yourself. You need to be able to critically think for yourself. You need to be able to research yourself. So if I just tell you this word means this word means this, and go, take you every single word, then if you were to wanted to read a book yourself, you won't be able to. Okay, but if I can just facilitate for you, I can just guide you. Okay, and that's what I want to be. I don't want to be like a teacher right now. I want to be more like a facilitator or a guide. Somebody just guiding you, helping you with the hard words, and you do most of the hard work. You sit down and actually read. You have to go through a dictionary, because when you read the bigger books or the other books of ulama, if you don't know how to use a dictionary, then you're just going to be stuck. And I'm not going to be there always to explain everything to you, inshallah. So hopefully that makes a lot more sense regarding what this is. So inshallah, the first day of Ramadan, I'll send the recording, like I said, 10-15 minutes, and I'll just be going through each chapter. I'll read it, inshallah. I'm sure if you type in YouTube, if you want to listen to it like being read really slowly, if you type in Kitab Sawti or Maqru or something like that, then you might hear somebody reciting the book really slowly. I'm sure if somebody might have explained this book, Allah alam. My job is just to go through it. I might give a few extra benefits here and there, but it's not really an explanation. It's just to help you guys get to that level. And in the beginning, it will be hard. I remember I went through a Seerah book with some of my Arabic students, and the Seerah book had no harakat. The Seerah book had no harakat, and this one does. And in the beginning, the first lesson, they find quite difficult. But alhamdulillah, when you finish the book, they found it a lot more easier than before. They found it a lot more easier than before. And I actually gave them some homeworks of reading different books, etc. And I said, research this topic and write an essay in Arabic. And they were able to write me a whole essay in Arabic. So, this will take time. And inshallah, as time goes by, you'll improve, inshallah. So I'll leave it here. And if there are any questions, then you guys can ask in the groups. And we'll start on the first day of Ramadan. بإذن الله سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.